So this is an update for November to see where we're at, um, and what can we expect um, for the upcoming month. So we're going to look into like your influence, the present situation, the theme and stuff, you know. So it's going to look into the strengths and connections, outside influences, and then we're going to look into the challenges that we may face. And I just want to do like where it's leading us to. So I'm just going to find the um, where it's going to lead us to. So just bear with me. So this is for the collective message, future. There you go. Future to where it's leading us to. So this is just a general reading for the collective. Um, and we're going to do the ghost tarot, the cute little ghost tarot, because I quite like this deck. So let's have a look at the present situation, what's happening right now, right? Okay. So could represent the world, represent your lives. So let's just do like a forecast reading to see what's happening. Okay. So I trust that you're all well and happy. Okay. So what's the present overall vibe that's going on here? Okay, so here we go. The Five of Blades. So I'm not gonna read reversals, but I'm gonna acknowledge. So we've got some personal struggles happening here. Okay, there could be potential like discrepancies around the world, or just like in general, you can the vibe feels really intense right now, and it's just it doesn't it doesn't feel like we're not getting anywhere. We're just like it's a bit like tit for tat. So there could be you'll find that people are quite sensitive at the moment, or they're trying to get one up on each other. It's, the Five of Swords is not a great necessary card to have. There's no winners with this card. There ain't no winners with this card. You know, you may feel like, that, you're taking from people are taking from others and thinking that they're winners. But no, I just don't feel like no one wins in this card. The advice of the card is to sort of choose what you allow yourself to be involved in, around and stuff. Just remember that you know there's nothing. You know you can't win in this situation. Someone's going to get hurt regardless. Okay. So watch your words in November. Just be mindful of that. There is a lot of conflict going on. Um, and it's it's down to a lot of it. Usually, generally, it's down to like fear, people worrying, um, anxious in their lives. There's stuff that's going on, and it can make us quite selfish sometimes. We get so bogged into our minds, and then we're just grasping at straws. Because as you can see with the Five of Swords, he's like looking in, he's like collecting, isn't he? And there's two people that's lost there. They've lost the battle. So sometimes it's not taking part in it. Sometimes it's better to walk away and just allow them, to figure out their own stuff, you know, um, while they go through. So that's the general energy of what's happening now. Like I said, this could be like on a personal level for you, like, you could be struggling with others, or it could be like in general, like the world, there's a lot of conflict going on. I mean, there is a lot of, stuff, in the papers and stuff and everything, and it's just quite a few battles is going on, and people are trying to stay on top of it. So, okay. So let's have a look. So what can strengthen us while we go through these changes, in this situation? What can strengthen us around the surrounding of it? Let's have a look. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. So Seven of Pentacles is about slow growth, building. Like when you start saving your coins. When the old saying is pennies turns into pounds, type of thing. Well, this could represent where with with energy too. So it's just making, just building up slowly, focusing on your area. Interesting that I did a video previously as well. So, not a video, I done a post with a song, Free as a Bird. So this is saying about, I'm looking at the tree. I mean, there's firm foundations there. So it's like, to me, it's like stay in your lane, um, build a, like a, just build a future base here. It's very blurry, this, wonder if it needs cleaning. Let me just, oh look, well, it's a little bit better. Yeah, okay. Right, so this could just represent, our strengths is that we can build up things slowly. We can just like, you know, there's growth in this, that we can build up. And it's like remaining in your roots, staying seated in your foundation. So keeping focus on what you're doing, not kind of what the outside world is doing right now, okay? um, Stick to your have a plan in place for November and stick to those, and just build on that progress that you're making, it even if it's small, which is interesting. If you look at the post that I did, that's what it's kind of saying, that's what's been saying as well. So for the collective is like, just, try not to get caught up in the drama of the world. Try to stick into your lane a little bit and focus on your progress, is the message of the card, and that will strengthen you. That will strengthen those roots inside of you. And you got to think, air, air is all about in the mind and that, so it keeps you grounded. This is earthbound, so this keeps you really firm on the ground. So it's regrounding your energy into what's important to you. And that's how I feel like the message is coming across right now. Outside influences, so let's have a check on outside influences with this. Okay. Outside influences is the King of Six. So it could be a fire sign. We're looking into fire signs: Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. It could be a, excuse me again. Oh my God, I keep burping, don't I? It could be around work related ideas, work related, So maybe you're busy, busyness, um, working through projects and stuff, or it could be like there's, King of Sticks is someone who can do a lot of research, really be practical in things, and really set their intentions, yeah? So you could have someone of that nature around you. Um, if that's the case, to me, they are a very good influence, especially with the sun standing out to me. I would say that they're a very good influence around you. So you've got some good influences that's encouraging you to stay in your lane, okay? So I'm kind of looking up to this person, you know. If that's not representing a person, could be that work is kind of your influence right now, which would make sense with the Seven of Pentacles, where you're reserving your energy, you're working through your, your projects and you're building up, okay? And that's sort of kind of taking ownership here rather than this vibration here. Um, so I do believe, guys, a lot of you through the collective are not allowing out, this situation really take over. Yeah, you're kind of like staying in your lane, you're staying grounded, and you're staying focused, and that's what I'm seeing. Okay, for the ones that may feel a little bit of like they get caught up in their mind, come back to the reading by all means, and this will be sort of kind of directing you. This is where we go with guidance. With the tarot, this is kind of directing you into a place where you will, you know, you'll feel a bit more in control of what's going on in your life, yeah. Um, Rather than worrying about influences of like what's going on in the world or what's going on in situations with people with arguments and stuff. So here we go. We're looking at the challenges in progress. Okay, so we're going to have a look at the challenges first, you know. So let's have a look at the challenges, which I'm going to put at the top. Okay. So we'll just look at the challenges that you may focus, that you may come across. This is just like a quick message for the collective. So you may struggle with inspiration. You may feel like blocked there. This is about the mindset as well. So you may feel like, because Ace of Swords, I know I said I didn't want to do it reversed, but to me, I'm trying to sort of balance it so everybody can see it. So to me is that you may inspirational ideas may come up, you may come a bit unstuck. It could be down to related to the Five of Blades, so this is your challenge of not getting caught up in other people's dramas, what they're doing, or like, be careful what you're watching, guys, on YouTube or, normal TV and that, is it bringing you down? Is it sort of like knocking your vibration a bit, like, the way you come a bit complacent and say, well, what's the point? It's not worth it. Look what's going on around the world. It's just da, 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 all this like thought process, like we ain't gonna win anyway. I'm not gonna succeed, you know. So it's just really being mindful of that, because then we go back to the strengths, your strengths here to say, although you may feel this is a weakness in this area, because we've got weakness here, right? But for you to stay committed and to build up those roots, and you've got it, like you pretty much got it covered, okay? So it's like not to give up with what you're setting your intentions on, okay? Which that could be anything, because it's a collective reading, right? So that's where you might think. So your progress, so the progress that we will make as a collective by sticking into our lane and, building up and not getting caught up in the drama so much, yeah, where we get complacent in our lives. Let's have a look. Okay. We've got the Hanged Man. We will see things in a different perspective. We'll be able to sort of see out of the box, where we can get ourselves away from like it's in it like when you sort of move away from some dramas and then you go back into it, you can see it clearly, can't you? You'll see the behaviors, you'll see, so you're able to sort of like take yourself away from it so it's not emotionally attached to you, which then enables you to sort of see things a little bit differently, where you're able to sort of maintain and manage it better, you know. so you won't take it so personally. It won't be feeling it as insult. Now I know the hangman is on a reversed factor, but I'm just like saying that you're able to reflect on it rather than react to it. So that's going to be like, um, when it comes to sort of like your projects and stuff, like the progress you're making is that you're able to sort of, your focus would be so strong, a lot more stronger by, by doing this. Okay. Very interesting. So what's coming up in the future for us as a collective, right? What can we expect for the future? Kind of a nice onset reading here. We got the Temperance card. There's there may still be a little bit of an imbalance, so future things. So they're talking about trying to get, what's coming in is like they're is trying to balance, getting the balance back in alignment. So future things, we've got the Temperance card, which is balance, was reversed. I don't know if I got the, but I just feel like there's going to be a more okay. So I'm looking at the eye here. I don't know if you can see it. So I'm gonna, yeah. Oh, that's a bit clearer, isn't it? Sorry about the blurred thing earlier. So your third eye is going to be potentially open, which means you're coming into that, the hangman stage here, right? So to me, it's like, I don't know. I feel we can be more in tune with our emotions, and we'll be able to kind of balance the situation a lot better and balance the people around us a lot better. So, you know, whatever's going on in the world right now, it will calm down. It will get better. But everything is all upheaval at the moment, and everything, So I feel like there's a lot of tense vibration and energy around the world at the moment where this is coming in, yeah. But it is going to start balancing out, and our mindset can sort of kind of change that. I put future where it's leading. Oh, okay, we're going to go with that anyway. Um, so that's like a future base. So where it can lead us to in our lives, where it can lead us to, in our lives, you know, you know. Six of Pentacles, where it will again. This is a balance card, but it's sort of saying that it's going to lead us where we can sort of give again. There's going to be an equal share. It's not going to be so conflicted here. So I do generally feel like how we react and respond to the world and what's going on in the world is going to make a difference in our lifestyle as well. If we go down this way, it's not going to be a winner. We ain't going to win. It's always going to feel that we're not going to have enough, and that no one's going to win in this game. But to focus on our intentions of what we're wanting to bring into the world and into our lives is going to be able to balance it. You're going to balance it out, and it's going to lead it to where people are going to be more equal in what they get. It's going to be a bit more give and take. That's the impressions I've got with this reading and the message. Okay, so our influence, um, surrounding this, our influence surrounding this. Yeah. No, that one was sort of flipped, so I'm going to give it the full card. Oh God, cards was going to drop then. Right, okay, so our influence is we're free to choose how we interact with this vibration. We are free to do. The full card is, are you willing to um, give things a chance where you can sort of, it is hard, isn't it? When you feel, when we are in stuck or when we're in limbo like this and there just seems to be like blocks and, and just people, things just seem to be more hard work. It can set us up, can't it, to fail basically. But doing these building blocks, yeah, and sitting with it and take it, are we willing to change and have a new perspective on things, especially with the hangman as our progress, which is great, you know. So the Fool card comes into our influence to say that every day we can start again. So don't get bogged down in words and when if you've dealt with something the wrong way and stuff, don't get too bogged down with it. Wake up with a fresh, different perspective and take, look into it and just say, what can we learn from this? What can we, what was a lesson in it? What can we change for the future? And I think that is just like the general energies of the world and how we can sort of balance it in our lives, Because like I said, this is a collective reading. I want to finish off with an oracle deck. I did have one chosen, which is a yin and yang deck. It has got some negative as well as positive, but I'm gonna chuck 3 cards for us to reflect on and see where it takes us. Okay, so what does the collective give me insight of more around what reflection the collective can take? Okay, by all means you could pick a card or pick a word, that's relevant to you, or you can have it as a whole. So what we got there? Remember, awakening. So you can see the hands. It's embracing, isn't it? It's embracing the changes. So it could be that that the difficult is, so embracing the changes in the universe and in the world right now, even if it's hard going, you know, just embrace those traces because it's awakening and it kind of fits in with the other aspects of the reading, what I was saying, okay? So the other card, reflection and projection. So and it's interesting, I've put it by the hangman, where you will, the progress that you will make by stepping away from the drama so much, and not get caught up and tied up in it, you will find that you can reflect on it a little bit more. You become more like in tune with your own body, and you will see other people's projections and fears, which means then you can see them as more that they're coming across as what how they're reacting and responding is on a fear-based thing, and they're projecting that onto you. So it's just having that clear mindset that it's not personal, you know, what's going on, okay? Stay in your lane, guys. I always say that. Detachment and cold. So detaching yourself, you know, so detaching yourself. Not to be so emotionally involved in it, you know. We can have our passions and don't get me wrong, and our viewpoints and stuff and our belief systems. I'm not like discarding that, but what I'm saying is detach yourself where it's not, it's like where you're forgetting or distracting yourself so much that you're not really looking at the progress that you're making in your life, okay? Um, the last month has been like, I would say, you know, from what I keep getting reminded of and what comes to mind all the time is, oh God, what's the words? I forgot now. No, that's just like awful. Um, lead by example. That's it. Lead by example. So rather than pointing the finger, lead by example. You know, so people will follow. You know, they will follow, and the ones that still want to keep the is in this thing. You can't help them until they figure that out themselves. You know, so they will automatically fall off the wagon because you're in a different mind to them. So set example, lead by example, and you know, and you will make your mark to in the world. You know, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it that way like that. I think that kind of finishes it off a bit. Um, quite a nice, lovely reading, I feel. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please give it a like and subscribe. And yeah, thank you for joining me. And yeah, this is unexpected, but there you go. I was meant to. But you got to go where you got to go where the energy goes, isn't it? You got and I just felt very pulled to do this reading for November. Anyway, I'm going to leave it as that, and I'm going to do a timestamp now, and lots of love. Not timestamp. What I'm on about. I'm going to do my editing and stuff with it, and yeah, thank you very much. Sending loads of blessings your way, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Lots of love, and stay safe, and stay in your lane.